Hi guys, it's Vlogmas day 13 and things have kind of gone off the rails a little bit here because unfortunately we had to say goodbye to Lucy yesterday. If you're new, I'm sorry, this is the first video that you're seeing, but it's going to be a tribute to our wonderful, amazing rescue dog Lucy who passed away yesterday. So we had thought that she had not been as sick as she actually was. She actually had pancreatitis, Cushing's disease, diabetes, and cancer. They found the cancer yesterday morning, and the vet basically told us that there wasn't much that they could do. So we had to make a tough decision so that she wouldn't be suffering. So, yes, it is very depressing, but my dad always told me that life is for the living. And the thing that I always like to do when one of our pets passes away is remember all the good times that we had with them and forget about the bad times because your memories are very important to you. Possessions are just things, but your memories are just they're what keeps you going. So I would like to share a little bit of Lucy's story with you guys today. I've got a lot of pictures that you probably have never seen before. Hopefully, a couple of stories. You get some more insight into what Lucy was really like. And then we're going to pick up on Vlogmas tomorrow for day 14. All right, we got Lucy on Christmas Eve, 9 years ago almost, this Christmas Eve. And we brought her home from North Shore Animal League. I'll link the video where we went down there to get her in the info box. She was just a little tiny baby, but boy, she thought she was a cat. There's her with her pal Homer. She used to jump up into the window with him and sit there and look out, and I just couldn't believe how much she thought she was a cat. She would constantly be scanning the backyard for other animals. She was a real cuddler. There she is on Christmas morning. She had a little mange on her face there because I guess they didn't take very good care of her. That's why she was up for adoption. But she really loved to cuddle with people. She lived on that futon. Whoever sat on the futon, she was there with them. She loved kisses. She loved cuddling. Maddie would scoop her up and they would cuddle together. That's what we called it when you just scoop them up. Like there, I just scooped her up and just let her lay on top of me. She loved nuzzling into your neck. She had this little goldfish smile from the side that was just adorable. She loved being under blankets. She was always cold because of her thyroid. Her best buddy there, Puppy, also known as Flash, also a rescue dog. They were best buds. Out of all the dogs that we've had, those two dogs were the bestest of friends. They were the closest. They were inseparable. They were always together. I think Minnie was real. That was her nickname for Minnie Wags. Puppy Flash was Wags, so she was Minnie Wags. She would always be with him. And I think that's probably part of the reason she didn't bond as much with Bowie when we got Bowie was because she was just so heartbroken that Flash wasn't there anymore because he passed away about 4 years ago. So they would always be on the sofa together. She loved cuddling with Homer too because of course she thought she was a cat. And then she would hang out with Bowie, but not as much. This is one of the last pictures that we took of her. Homer even liked cuddling with her. She was probably just like, what do you think you're doing? This is my job to be the big spoon. Accidentally, my tattoo kind of reminded me of her. So there was lots of little things around the house that we had that looked like her too. There's my brother's dog. He's like the bigger version of her, but they're completely unrelated. She was also trying to do some crocheting. She was a real nutbag, though. She would do some crazy, crazy faces. She would get into some crazy positions. And none of these photos were ever staged. This was all her. She just looked like she was nuts. And she was so photogenic and her face was so expressive that you just couldn't take a bad picture of her. And thankfully, Maddie would always do all these doggy photo shoots, and for no reason at all. Like, I'll take a picture on a special occasion, but she would just say, you know what? Let's just do like 20, 25 frames here and see what happens. And I'm so thankful that she was so adamant about taking pictures with the pets that we have enough photos to, really give you guys a good idea of what it was like to have Lucy. She was just so funny with the faces that she would make. She had some not quite straight teeth in the front, and there was these two little teeth that would stick out on the bottom that reminded us so much of the British Bake Off girl on the intro. She loved birthdays. Even if it wasn't her own, she'd be right in front when it was time to blow out the candles. We had to hold her back sometimes. She was a great car dog, loved riding in the car with everybody, loved putting on clothing. She'd put on hats, she'd put on blankets. She just was so thrilled to wear clothes. She really thought she was a human cat dog. So she's got some hats on here. She's got a flower crown. She even liked to dress up in costumes. She would dress up on Halloween, on Christmas. She's even got this cute little Chewbacca suit here. She just was the kind of dog that you could just do pretty much anything to, and she'd go along with it and actually enjoy it. She always loved hanging out when you had food. She'd always be looking for a handout. She was wearing the Christmas tree skirt just recently in this one, but the thing that she really loved to do the most was sleep on the sofa. She just loved to snooze all day long. So that's our beautiful Lucy. I hope you guys have enjoyed her as much as we enjoyed having her, because she was really something special. Never be another Lucy, and she will totally be in our hearts forever. We love you, Lucy, and we hope we get to see you again one day. And thank you guys out there for all of your wonderful messages that you've been leaving. They have really, really been heartwarming to read, and we really appreciate it so, so much. It's really nice to know that Lucy meant so much to so many of you out there, and that you really enjoyed watching her on the vlogs. So thanks again, guys, and until next time, much love.